5 or whenever the heck it is. But those are not the individuals you can rely upon to really, really become a driving force and move your business forward.
Um, all right. So, what would you say to anyone who is still working, who is working a 9 to 5, and to just get in the right mindset of being an entrepreneur and just moving the needle towards their goals?
That's a very good question. It's a difficult one to answer, right? I can give you a few case scenarios and maybe you can decide for yourself at that point in time. When I say you, it's your listeners.
Yeah.
Maybe you personally as well.
Yeah.
Uh, you're going to feel a certain itch. If you don't have the itch, right, don't bother, right? If you're just like saying, you know what, I can probably do better than that, right? I'm worth more. I don't feel that I'm really, successful in my life that I can go beyond the Call of Duty, right? And I want to do something. Then you have a few options. If you don't feel that inside your body, right? It's something visceral, something emotional. Probably don't bother or wait until the time comes when you actually feel that. Some people feel it at age 20, some people feel it at age 50, some people at 70 or 80, right? There's no age limit, right, for being young. But assuming you feel that, this crazy energy where you say, you know what, I want to do something better with my life, something beyond that, then you got to give yourself the means in order to do it, right? When I say give yourself the means, you have to weigh the pros and the cons of actually quitting what it is you're doing right now and just jumping head in, or taking a more measured approach where you say, you know what, I'm going to save some money. Let's say I have a full-time job and I'm going to need some money just in case. I know I'm going to get, a fall down, and I'm going to save for the next year or two, and then I'm going to launch myself into an entrepreneurial venture, right? Don't jump in head first unless you have a full supporting cast around you that can actually make that happen, right? Because what will happen usually is you're going to get quickly disappointed where you're going to have regrets. Oh my God, maybe I shouldn't have done it, etc. And then you actually have this, what I call this vicious circle sometimes in that scenario of friends and family that say, see, I told you so. Actually, you shouldn't have done that, right? It's the last thing you want to hear, right?
Yeah.
Some people take that and actually turn it into an extra motivation. And those people are very rare because you got to be able to do it. That can just take that negativity and completely transcend it into something super positive that just gives them more and more drive. Or like, you know what? I want to prove them all wrong. But that's also the sign of a bona fide entrepreneur. If you feel that inside of you, then you are made to be an entrepreneur. If you don't feel it, just be careful, right? Entrepreneurship is not for everyone. It's a tiny percentage of the population. If I had to, this is not a mathematical equation, or this is not scientific by any means, but if you ask me to give you a rough estimate as to how many people percentage wise of the overall population that are cut out for entrepreneurship, I'd say it's less than 5%.
Yeah. And now my mentor, Jason Stapleton, he um, always talks about controlling the source of your income. And he also says that, you are an entrepreneur, whether you realize it or not, because, you are in the business of you. But even if, yeah, so even if you don't go and create an actual business, you still just need to recognize that you are an entrepreneur and you should be elevating yourself every day as well. And perhaps it is fine to just work a 9 to 5 job, but put yourself into a position where you're going to, be better off for years to come.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, personal growth matters to everyone,
Yeah.
right? Whether you're an employee or whether you're an entrepreneur. So you definitely want to grow. If you feel better as an employee, you can become a much better employee, earn more on every level, not just financially, and grow and really become a strong contributor, even in a startup, right? So it's very important to have great employees who will never start their own business. It's actually paramount to success. So I couldn't agree more on that sense. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. All right. And that is saved. Um, now in let's see, we covered we covered the France and the U.S. differences. Um, um, so, and we've got everything there. Anything you want to add to anything else you any other tips you would want to give to my audience or
I think one thing I would mention is the big event we're launching in October, the Startup Super Cup, in case anyone is interested.
okay. Yeah,